everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu. How's it going, Elijah, Jason, Max?
What up?
Oh, hey, Max is on. There we go. Let's unmute Max. There we go. Hey, Max. Hey. Can you hear us, Max?
Zombie Max.
Zombie Max. Max has had some weird issues with his stream recently. That's weird.
And you say, yeah. Come on,
So-
Max.
So, yeah. All right. Hang on. Who we got in the chat there? How's it going, Gambit? How you doing? Yeah, guys. How's it going? What's been going on this week?
Not much. It's
Groot.
slow. Groot. I've watched some shows.
Yeah, we did a reaction. Yeah, something's weird with Max's connection, so he'll be back on in a minute. Sorry. So yeah, Groot. Yes, we did that. We watched that. Had a reaction video. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
What are our takeaways
Hey there, Anchorman.
from that?
They were fun. They could do a lot more.
Yeah.
I like the pace and the time of it. Like they just enough. Like they didn't make them too long.
Right.
I like how they ended like abruptly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Looney
And
Tunes.
they could, yeah, like little Looney Tunes episodes. And I mean, they could continue those for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel that. Actually, one of the other YouTubers I follow, Corey from Convo Core, did say on another podcast this week. He said they could do the exact same thing with Grogu, and do an animated set of series based around Grogu, little shorts like that.
I mean,
And
they
just
could.
place it.
I was thinking the same thing, but with more with the Marvel characters that like don't talk. You could do the Cosmo dog. You could do some of those other characters that like, you know.
I think Cosmo's
Arguments.
going to talk. She got cast.
Yeah, because like a
Yeah.
voice. But I'm just saying, like in
Yeah.
those type of characters, the more
Right.
offbeat,
Imagine the possibilities of all
Yeah.
their big old catalog.
Yeah,
The
totally.
thing that I'd take away from this is that Groot is a murderous psychopath.
He really is. I thought that was funny. There was some really dark endings to each of those episodes. If you haven't seen them out there, we're going to be talking a little bit of spoilers on I Am
good
Groot,
stuff.
the animated shorts, but it was fun. Gambit puts up here, he says, what are your thoughts on the Obi-Wan Kenobi fan edit? I actually haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, there's a fan edit? What is it?
Of the
it's
show?
it's edited down
reduced to one.
to a 2-hour movie length.
Oh,
kind
they
of,
just put them
length.
all together? That's cool.
Yeah.
I cut a lot of like fat from it.
Yeah, Groot's an evil
Trimmed
genius.
the fat.
Jake Lockley is here. Yeah, the trim the fat. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I mean, the director put up the work,
Jake
for a reason, and it's it's up there and it's out there. So, I kind of have an issue about fans editing professional work. That's just kind of like my professional opinion kind of thing. I don't know if I need to see it. But there's a curiosity to see how it would work as a feature film and see if it can be edited, what it looks like.
Have you
edited down.
ever watched any fan edits?
Not really, no, not many. I don't think.
I remember
anything, actually.
I got into them around like 2010
Yeah,
because like I found a website that had all these fan edits
right.
and they did like a re-edit of like Revenge of the Sith
Okay,
and they did a re-edit of Spider-Man 3
okay.
and they ended up being really good. So
Okay.
I learned I grew an appreciation for
Right.
it. And the Revenge of the Sith one just took out a lot of weird fighting moments. They were kind of weird, but
Really?
just like the pacing felt a lot more streamlined and stuff like that, which
See-
a good fan edit should have.
The only fan edit I actually did watch was of Revenge of the Sith, but it was the 4-hour and 18-minute edit where
Oh,
they
the extra
edited
long,
back,
long
yeah,
version.
where they
Deleted
edited
version.
back both.
He
Clone
doesn't want
Wars.
less. He wants more.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, exactly. I want more. They
Where did
edited
you get all the
in-
footage? What did they do? They put
Well,
the
they-
Clone Wars
they-
clip
they-
in there?
They took the Clone Wars. Here we go.
The scene of Obi-Wan going to Crafty and taking a break.
No, nothing like that. They took the animated Clone Wars from season 7, the fight between Ahsoka Tano and Maul, and edited it because it's all simultaneous.
It's like the Watchmen extra long version with the animated stuff in it.
But then they also took some footage from the other animated Clone Wars from the 2003 Tchaikovsky, I can't pronounce his name.
Tartakovsky, right?
Who did Samurai Jack. And they edited stuff in there because there was some stuff that they preluded into
Mace Windu
that took place.
Robots.
Yeah, but some of that stuff. But Mace Windu actually goes up against General Grievous when General Grievous comes to Coruscant to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine. And he actually does a force crush on General Grievous's chest, crushing his ribcage, which I thought was a great origin story.
Yeah, everyone was OP in that cartoon.
But it was kind of cool to see this.
Except for General Grievous.
Except for General Grievous.
It nerfed him.
Yep.
But everyone, all the Jedis, like especially Mace Windu, is like, they could have just done the General Grievous. Why didn't Obi-Wan just do that to him instead of blast his heart?
Could have. Anyway,
right there.
Going back to fan edits, though, it's like I'd rather see more than less. So I'm not particularly as big on watching.
Oh, wait, so you lied. You have seen fan edits.
No. I forgot that I had seen a fan edit. That's all the way through. I'm not saying, because usually I watch about 5 minutes.
It wasn't that good because you forgot.
No. It's just been a while. It's been a while.
Huh?
The Obi-Wan Anakin one that's inserted.
That's what we're talking about. The comment came up. Gambit noted in the comments. Have we seen it yet? And I haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Max?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
It's decent. There's some wonky parts. The fight choreography is great. They did the best with what they had to work with. I don't know if it's necessary. Right. I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Oh, they should insert this into a movie," and I don't know. I think it undercut the moment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I feel about most.
One of my all-time fan edits, it's a channel, is Arl Knots, and they do a whole good, like they did all the Star Wars trilogy.
Right.
They just redub everything.
I've always, some of that stuff I've wanted to see, but I don't like really download stuff and don't do torrents or anything like that. So some of that stuff I just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, these are on YouTube.
I know some of that stuff. I guess I'm not aware of.
They did
watching some of those.
They're doing a fan edit. They're doing a redub and a fan edit of Obi-Wan, the series.
Oh, that's fun.
Larry, and it's good. It's all in canon to their whole universe.
The way that they edit,
Okay. Did I cancel Batgirl? Yes, I canceled Batgirl. No, I would never cancel Batgirl.
Batgirl's not canceled. I have it right here.
Woo! That's cool. A new comic?
Yeah, it came out this week. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Is it signed already? Did you get it signed already by the artist?
I wish.
I'm just joking.
That's cool. Hey, check this out. I went into Target, and they've been doing some of these micro galaxy ships, and I've been picking up one or two that I just wanted to really get. But then I was in there the other day, and there is a special limited edition series of particular ones, and I actually, I'm going to enlarge this up here. I ended up finding this one. It's the Luke Skywalker from Mandalorian.
That's
but
awesome.
it's one of 5,000 prints made.
Oh, nice.
Where normally there's like tens of thousands of these ships and designs and toys. So the top corner, let's see if we get the reflection of that. Yeah, so one of 5,000. It's like, I couldn't resist that. I was like, I kind of.
Does it tell you which one out of the 5,000?
No, it just says one of 5,000. But
I'm like, man, if you really got one of 5,000, number one.
Right, but you consider these toys go only to Target stores, right? Yeah. So there's about 1,900 Target stores across America.
In your area.
Maybe, all in my area, surprisingly. No, I found this on the first trip. I just randomly walked in yesterday because I was looking for something else. I thought, I'm going to go past it. And it was just there, and I was like, holy crap. That's kind of really going to be a rare one and a hard one to get. People are already selling it.
Right there.
Well, they're already selling that for $150 on eBay. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know Walmart has an exclusive of Todd McFarlane figures that are
really?
like redoing the superpower toys.
Okay.
So they have Batman, Superman,
right.
Green Lantern, and Dark side, but they're all $10, and they look. If you don't open them, they look great in the package.
Right.
They look
Gotcha.
like the old school superpower toys.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got the page punchers too, which are like
yeah. 2
Ireland,
ships.
dude?
There's 2 ships. There's a Superman ship and a Batman, a Batwing or whatever.
Yeah.
But they look nice. I guess Walmart is the only place that has them. But I think I might have to pick up the Green Lantern.
Well, that's the one thing that
Ireland, huh?
you don't see that often. The thing you don't usually see that often is them labeling one of however many that are out there, kind of thing. Usually, it's like up to your imagination as to how many of a boxed action figure comes in every 10 boxes.
2,000 or limited.
That's it.
2,000.
This is really the matter of there's only one of 5,000, which again, if there's just under 2,000. There's Target stores across America, and it goes up to 5. There's 5,000. They get maybe 2, possibly 3 per store tops total out of all their deliveries, and that's it. You just. I
so badly want you to get into vinyl and get into like vinyl. I know you've already said no to me a million times.
Yeah.
But vinyl soundtracks, because I don't know.
No, I've seen some really nice picture discs.
There's some nice stuff. It seems you would love it, if you got into it, but you're so steadfast. No, I will not.
No. It's no, because I can't afford them. It's the same way I say no to Lego.
Whatever. You keep buying. Look at all this crap you buy.
This is one of 5,000. That is like.
Well, I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, it's just more stuff, guys.
It is, yeah. It is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just more stuff that I don't necessarily need.
More plastic in the world.
Yes, that's it. That's cool. There really has not been a lot of news this week, guys. It's been extremely, extremely quiet. I think the biggest thing that has dropped, and
not in the political world.
Let's not go. We're not going to go there.
I'm just saying.
The biggest thing that kind of dropped is,
but not everywhere.
There's some huge news this week.
Yeah.
Yes, there's news.
Maybe for sure.
Not in the Star Wars world.
Yeah.
But the whatever.
Kind of Star Warsy.
Senate, the powers.
And there is a Darth Vader, an Emperor there that seems to be not letting go of his throne. Anyway, yes. So speaking of thrones, it looks like IMAX is going to be, well, not really, but anyway, IMAX is going to be re-releasing Rogue One, supposedly August 26th, and there is going to be some Andor sneak peeks on it. But right as of now, they have not dropped the tickets actually on pre-sale, and I get the feeling they're not doing that because I think they're going to push it to early September since they pushed Andor back. Now, this might be the original release. Now, originally I was told this was only for England, but it seems like it's coming up more in the United States because Fandango had advertised it, but then they took it down about a day or 2 later. So I've got a feeling Andor will be re-released in the theaters in IMAX with this special behind-the-scenes footage, but I get the feeling they are going to push it back a few weeks. Or push it forward a few weeks, I should say. Oh, actually back, just so it's closer to the release date of Andor when it releases mid-September kind of thing. So, but, I will go see it again. I mean, I saw it probably about a year ago. They re-released it on theaters, and I saw it, and I actually got more emotionally connected that time than I did the first several times I saw it in the theaters. But it's definitely worth. What were you watching, Star Wars? Yeah. What? What did you say? Did I grow a heart?
Yeah, like the Grinch.
No, I got. It's something. No, it's weird. Something clicked the last time I saw it in the theater. And that didn't click the first several times I saw it when it first came out. And I just
there's like the literal click in the middle of the movie. There was like
the little click.
Like
went, oh, that's it. That's it.
It's like when Homer Simpson cracks.
Yeah.
You can hear it in his head. Maybe I can still get that drink.
Brent is the Grinch, right? No, I will go see it again in the theaters. More so because I just want to see some of the Andor footage and see what they show. But and to just see any Star Wars footage that is TV related on the big screen would be worth it. Yeah. I'm so envious of both Canada and Australia who got to see Obi-Wan Kenobi on the big screen because they aired several episodes in the theaters. How cool would that fight with Vader and Obi-Wan would have been? In the movie theaters and see that would have been amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I don't know why they did not release it in
I'm
America.
gonna get you a
They
giant
should've.
projector for your for open wall.
No, I want to see it in Dolby and IMAX.
And Dolby.
Dolby. Dolby.
Just buy yourself a massage chair. Just don't buy
I'm
a Boba
gonna
Fett for a
I'm
while.
buying you a Dolby shirt. I
Get
gotta get you a
yourself
shirt that says Dolby on it.
Projector and a massage chair. And just install a subwoofer right underneath where you sit.
Yeah.
It's not
sponsored by Dolby.
Yeah, but it's yeah. Anyway, I want to see it. I would see any TV episode in Star Wars on the big screen, and Marvel for that matter. I'd love to see some of the TV shows on the big screen. And speaking of Marvel, let's see what else we got there. Not a lot. There's a little piece just reaffirming James Gunn's holiday special. He tweeted this week that it's a standalone story. We were talking about this last week, I think, briefly. But it is contained a lot of fun new facts about the Guardians we haven't and where they've been to all these last few years, kind of thing. So it seems like it's going to be kind of a obviously taking place around the same time as where Thor, Love and Thunder kind of left them off as well. But it doesn't sound like we're going to get any more or less setup to the third film. It sounds like it's a standalone at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. The Guardians are in a very weird place where Drax's story was taken away from him because he didn't really do much against Thanos. Gamora is off the team.
This is now in the comic? This is in the
no.
In the MCU.
In the movies.
Yep.
Like, that Drax never got his moment against Thanos to kill him, so he never really got a resolution to his story. Gamora's off the team.
That should be addressed in like the next Guardians.
I think it needs to be addressed somewhere
because he doesn't know what to do anymore. Because his main motivation was just for revenge on everyone who killed his family, and when that's gone, it's like, what do you do? So that's an interesting jumping off point for character development.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's what their biggest thing they have to kind of get over is the characters, at least, is that Drax's whole story doesn't have a resolution now in the sense of what he wanted. He has to find, they have to find something new to give him.
Yeah. I mean, we found that in, I think it was in Book of Boba Fett, too. There was elements of, like, there's a possibility of having revenge and taking revenge on somebody, and it was taken away, out from underneath their characters' feet.
Batman Begins, guys.
Batman Begins, yeah. But
Boba Fett, I still don't know his motivations.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He wanted to be a crime lord that did no crime and was a really nice guy to everyone.
Yeah. It was a little weird. I need to go back and rewatch the series again, but I went. It's weird. It's like I haven't gone back and rewatched Book of Boba Fett.
I rewatched it actually like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And some plot points kind of make no sense. Where he's like, I'm taking this town for my own. I'm a crime lord. Now I'm Batman and I'm going to protect the town, but I'm not actually going to do that much to protect it. He did everything so passively.
Yeah.
He'd walk through the streets and he'd be like, why is no one respecting me?
Yeah.
Put that menacing-looking helmet back on so they can't see who you are, and then maybe they won't,
It was just it was a vehicle to show us a bunch of Star Warsy stuff and be happy about it,
Yeah.
Now, that's all it really was.
Yeah.
Everything down to the character, what the show's about,
Right.
Well, you guys like Boba Fett, don't you? Well, here's a show on Boba Fett.
Yeah. Rewatching it, I was kind of like,
we got
it wasn't exactly a character study because it didn't really go into who the character is. It just added a lot more baggage to the character on top of it.
Yeah.
And then said, well, look at all this interesting stuff we're putting on top of it. So it never really addressed that much about who he was before. You didn't really get to learn that much about this before, other than new information of the life between.
Gambit says Boba Fett's motivation stemmed from the line, I'm tired of our dying for our idiocy. I can't pronounce that name. Idiocy of others. Yeah.
That was what they tried to shoehorn in for his reasons to kill. What's his name?
The Syndicate.
Mace Windu.
No. Bib Fortuna.
Oh, Bib Fortuna. Gotcha. Yeah.
So set me into danger every time.
He's a bounty hunter. I don't know what he expected the life to be like.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
you don't hear Bosk complaining. Bosk doesn't get a TV show.
Yeah, good point. I mean, Bosk should have appeared in this at least. I felt,
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I thought Bosk
Yeah.
would have been a really easy character to have.
I
There's
think we were
no
gonna get
real actor
all
that
the
attached
bounty
to him.
hunters, you know?
Yeah, all those
Yeah.
guys.
I think they're afraid of putting too many OG characters in the same room together all at
I mean,
once.
yeah, but those characters have been in the same room together.
Oh, well, no,
already,
yeah, no,
which is
exactly.
like-
Yeah,
That one time.
yeah, but still,
I mean,
it's
they
like
clearly know each other. Like
Yeah.
I think he could be someone he could hire, and it wouldn't be. I
Yeah.
think bringing Black Chrysanthemum in the show, while he's a great character, it felt a little more out of place than bringing someone like Bosk in.
interesting.
I would like to see a short where, like, at the moment when Vader calls all those bounty hunters in and they all arrive together, like
Either just before or
They're all
just
eating
after.
just like a little fruit
Yeah.
plate.
they're in like a waiting room making
Right.
coffee
In a
just like,
green
"Oh,
room,
man," they're
waiting.
just catching up before meeting
Yeah.
Vader.
You get a
Gambit
PA.
says-
Okay, Vader's ready to see you guys. Line up.
Yeah,
Dengar's
so-
mad as bossing all the cold cuts.
yeah.
It'd just
Oh,
be cool to see the stages of entering the Death Star, like,
Yeah.
officially,
Yeah.
instead of sneaking in, just like
I believe all those bounty hunters would be like,
process
this place is real
of, like,
nice.
the
Yeah.
process of visiting the Death Star would
Yeah.
be a fun thing to see.
Yeah. Well, Gambit says here he loves that Boba was a clone, that he had no heritage, no culture, because he's not a Mandalorian like Jango. And the Tuskens gave Boba the tribe, culture, and the heritage. I love that flashback stuff in Book of Boba Fett, though. I mean, even to this
That
day...
was the best part of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
It
more
was the strong-
flashback than there was.
It was the strongest part of the show, in my opinion. Yeah. I do
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but
And, like, the
Gambit does
Tusken
agree
Raider
that
stuff.
Bosk should have been in Boba. Yeah, I feel like that was one of those moments. It's interesting. It's like we know they're going to throw us a curveball, but to throw us a curveball and not put anything in that we were predicting was kind of like, it seems the most logical choice of putting some of the other bounty hunters. If
I
not
mean,
one,
but think
at
of all the
least one.
stuff that we predicted that did happen.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
Like a lot of that
Cad
stuff.
Bane.
yeah.
Did anyone predict
Cad
Cad Bane?
Definitely.
Predicted it, right,
I
Brent?
was on the fence with Cad Bane because there was a lot of predictions, but it's hard to determine what are people's predictions and what are people's actual inside knowledge and scoops. And you hear both, but you don't take any with a couple, as lightly. It's like because they aboundly can change it at the last minute, and we know that they've actually done that, and they've edited stuff out or changed things around because of leaks that happen on set, and they will re-edit it and take it out or add something different in just simply to make allow that surprise to happen. I personally love the surprise. I love being shocked around the corner that someone or something suddenly steps into frame, and I kind of guessed that they would have to put in Cad Bane, but that moment when we saw Cad Bane in just his hat in the distance, it blew me away, because this is taking another animated character from the animated series and making that character live action and real. And I think there's this element of taking these characters that so many people, a certain generation, have loved and enjoyed, and taking that into the real world, and just how it has translated so well for all of the Star Wars, animated characters so far.
Yeah, because that's a risky thing to do, right? Just like, especially a character like that who holds so much weight in fandom.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
To like
Yeah.
translate them into the real world without fucking it up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, no, but even Bo-Katan, I mean, she was a character that was not necessarily a super strong character in the animated verse, but it was just everybody had so much love for that character when she, when Katie Sackhoff appeared in real life.
Yeah, I think it also helped having Katie Sackhoff play.
That's pretty cool.
Her in the in the
That's
in the
pretty
show.
cool,
I think
Brent.
that
Yeah,
definitely-
that's such a crazy situation.
Yeah.
That's rare ever. When
It's rare, but I feel like that's what put the heat on Rosario Dawson, and people were saying she took Ashley Eckstein's role, but I don't know. I don't know if she necessarily took
You're gonna
it. I think
have
they
people
weren't going to offer it to her in the first place. It's a little different circumstance.
Yeah,
you can make everyone happy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Ashley Eckstein. The more that I see her in, behind the scenes in real life when she's being interviewed, the less I think she would have been both physically capable of being able to take on the role and dimensionally, size-wise and everything, have been able to take on the role. And she's awesome as the animated Ahsoka.
Oh, she's great. I love her passion for it, too.
Oh, absolutely. Totally,
But Rosario Dawson has a lot more experience doing that kind of stuff.
Yes, oh, absolutely, for sure. And she pulls it out from underneath the makeup too, which she's not heavy on makeup, but it's right there, and she nails it. And that's why
she's played enough comic book characters to
totally. And that's
Did you guys see her at the I can't remember what convention it was? Some fan told her, guys, or she said a fan said the Punisher's coming back. And she got really excited on stage. She said the Punisher's coming back, guys. Yeah, but it's not even like confirmed. It might not even be true.
And it was completely a fan response. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, she got into trouble for it. Unfortunately, she made a.
I think she was a Punisher fan, and she wanted to be in the Punisher, but then she never got in the Punisher, so she wanted to continue it going.
Was her character not in the Punisher?
Yeah, she was not in the Punisher.
Right.
I know Karen Page was. I guess her
character was not in it. And I think she was upset. Well, not upset about it, but like wanted to be in it because she liked.
She was Night Nurse. I can't remember which Night Nurse she played, but I know she was a Night Nurse.
Right.
She was in Luke Cage and.
She was in all of them except Punisher.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with. I think it's Kristen Baver who's playing the live action Sabine Wren. Is it that? Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see how she turns out, as well as everybody else. Like all the cast of Star Wars Rebels are going to be all live action. So to see actually, these this is not just one or two characters now. They're going to be taking an entire team with Ezra Bridger and the Grand Admiral Thrawn and all this, and then moving them all up to live action status all at once. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge of all. But because Dave Filoni is actually, the one doing it, and they're his baby character, they're his characters, I think we're going to get the most incredible, I've always said I'm more hyped for Ahsoka than any other show at this point in time, because I love the Rebels characters. I love what Dave Filoni did with those characters. So,
that's cool.
God,
the list of animated to live action characters is growing, huh?
No, that's it. Yeah, totally.
Massively in the next few years.
Yeah, well, that also leads to me to the question, because I know Max and I have watched the Bad Batch. We've been really big on that first season, and to see where the Bad Batch will get live action characters, and will they even be played by Tamara Morrison, because even though they are clones, they are altered clones, and they come across as physical differences than what the other clones look like. I've never thought, with the exception of Hunter, Max, the lead of the character, I wouldn't imagine that the other clones would ever be played by the same actor.
Yeah,
Brent,
I think
you're communicating from 10 years in the past in the comments.
Yes,
your past self is commenting
on
our future. This must be some sort of space paradox.
Thank you, Anchorman. Anyway, sorry, Max, you were saying?
I think Hunter is definitely based off of a mix of Rambo / definitely a little bit of Charlie Sheen and Hot Shots Part Deuce.
Yes, he is.
So
Rambo.
I think they definitely have. I think they're definitely going to cast someone other than Tamara Morrison.
Like Rambo.
Yeah, one sec. I need
He's
to.
Got the bandana.
Yeah, he's got the bandana look and everything. Here, I'm gonna pull up Hunter. Hang on a second.
Would that be
honestly? He looks more like Charlie Sheen in Hot Shots than
he does actually. Yeah, I agree. I do.
Would
agree.
it just be? Would it? It'd be funny if they just do it like an Eddie Murphy movie where it's just Tamara Morrison in like makeup to kind of look like.
That would be funny.
Make one skinnier.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Yeah, well,
that makes sense.
Possibly. Again, because
to do it that way. That's the only way you can do it.
This is Hunter. He's the leader of the Bad Batch. And you're right. He does look a bit like
that's the
Charlie
only way they can do it, because they're clones. It's not different people.
They are clones, but they are also altered clones, which means their physicalities are very different. Wrecker is a huge, big, muscle-bound character, big in the face. I know,
but that's why you get like
Tech is like thin and skinny, and
you just put Tamara Morrison's face on a buff body. You know?
you could.
I think it would work because the voices are all different.
Yeah,
Nutty Professor. Do you know the possibilities, Brent?
I think it'd be funny.
It would be funny, but it'd be very expensive and time consuming for production to actually pull that off, because these characters are front and center.
Star Wars thing. Don't you think every Star Wars thing is just a lot of time in production?
I mean, after all, Tamara Morrison was every single clone, and he was always stuck his head on the body of every single animated clone that was done in Attack of the Clones. So, live action animation.
Physically played each and every one of them. There was a lot of shots.
Oh no, totally, exactly, yeah. But Lucas had the time and the money, more or less, behind him. You know, this would be a TV series. I would love to see a Bad Batch live-action TV series, or at least see some of those characters fall into a live-action.
All right. I mean, like, just as far as like star power is concerned, they'd probably want to like diversify the cast of all the clones.
Sure.
So you definitely have Taika Waititi as one of them,
right? But that was actually that was one thing at Celebration that happened on, I think, day 4, the last day. D. Bradley Baker, who voices all the clone troopers from both Clone Wars as well as the characters of the Bad Batch, he literally jumped between. They played a scene on screen for you, and he's live actioning, talking and switching from one character to the other, back to the other, and it was crazy to watch this man just go within split seconds of voice acting, doing this deep, heavy voice for Wrecker, and then jumping up to the higher pitched voice for Tech and all this, and jumping back and forth. And it's like, you got to give this guy credit. He's one of the best in the business. He mostly does like animal creature sounds. I think he even did the voice of Eagly from.
That's
from the Eagles.
Yeah, the eagle from
Alan Tudyk's job is for Disney.
Yeah, making.
He's been like an animal in every Disney movie for like the past ever since like. What?
Yeah.
Moana.
He's one of those guys where it's like Alan Tudyk, like, oh, he's so underrated. Why hasn't he worked more? Then you look at his resume and you're like, why? It's almost baffling, like all the random sounds he just does in movies.
Oh yeah.
God, man, he's in every Disney movie. He's just like as a monkey or like he was a toucan in Encanto, and then
really?
He was a chicken in Moana.
Oh, he was the chicken in Moana. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's got a contract.
People must like him. They're just like, I'll call him in to do a voice, to do a chicken voice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
He also played a pirate in Dodgeball.
Oh, really? Wow.
That was early in his career, right? That was like right after Serenity.
Kinda. It was like early 2000s.
Yeah, there's probably like
Pirate Steve.
Filmed that and Serenity in the same year.
Right.
That's what I'll always think of him as Pirate Steve.
Yeah. I was going to say Disney Plus have updated their page for September 21st release of Andor.
That's cool. I saw that Disney is starting the Halloween nights or whatever, and then also it's like $104 or whatever for both parks.
California really?
Residents. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's not terrible.
Okay. That's cool. We'll have to try to make that happen.
I know, if I ever get paid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if I get back on top.
I just get the one paycheck I'm waiting for. I would totally go to Disneyland.
Yeah. I need to go back. I'm so in need of going back there. But,
well, maybe we can plan it before the holidays.
Possibly.
The last time I went, it was madness. Because it was just like a one-day thing. We only did the one park. We got up at like 5 a.m. to get there like early so we can get on the Rise of Resistance ride.
Yeah.
Which was worth it to get up.
That's the one thing
early,
we never got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was it was a nightmare to get on.
Yeah, Brent and I went right as
COVID.
2019, like December, on Christmas. Yeah. And then we had it for like a month and a half, and then they got like closed down or whatever. So, and we didn't get to go on Rise of Resistance.
Yeah. We did talk about Yellow Daredevil last week a little bit.
I don't love the yellow suit. I'm gonna straight up say that. I've never loved the yellow suit. I don't like
same.
In the comics. Don't love the yellow.
Never been as a kid
in the live action. Remember seeing that as a comic when you were a kid, and you'd be like, "Oh man, I hate that suit." It's the least intimidating thing. It's like if someone ran up and you look
yellow,
like that, you just
bright yellow.
It's the first version, and it was like, it's like, ugh.
I know. The art is great. I just never loved the suit.
Right. The one thing they did drop this week actually was images of Kingpin on the set of Echo.
Yeah.
He's back to his back to his white suit.
He's got less neck.
Yeah. I like that actually.
Like shoulder pads on him. He actually looks.
Or it just happens to be walking in his he just happens to have his shoulders up while he's walking or something.
Now it's interesting that they've got. I mean, he obviously has nothing done to his eyes. We know he supposedly got shot in the eyes. We're guessing if they follow the comics. So the big question is here: is this a flashback version of who he was before? Echo kind of
when I was whiter.
Or
have a glass eye or whatever. They can make it up like got a glass eye.
They could, yeah. I mean, or they're going to add like a digital removal or something at a later point and do something different.
I have a theory that Daredevil was snapped, but Fisk wasn't.
Okay.
So Fisk was able to just kind of recoup all losses after the last.
Well, yeah, it was. I think it was obvious, right? Because it was during like the Ronin times.
Yeah.
Wasn't he still?
Yeah, I think he was able to sneak under Ronin's radar just by being not as seedy as the rest of the mob bosses, by being kind of above that and having other people do his work for him. And
could Daredevil have intervened against Echo when we don't see their shots take? At the end of.
I think this will be his intervening in Echo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
All
That's when he's going to meet her for the first time.
Okay, so we don't think that Daredevil might have intervened in the end of Hawkeye in that moment in time when she takes the two shots, and we're going to see that play out as an actual. Because I've always said
that's fast, but it's not that fast.
Okay, kind of lame if that's when he pops out after everything that has happened.
That's funny.
It's like, oh, sorry, I was late. But I was doing lawyer stuff.
If you do listen carefully, though, the first shot hits something solid. The second shot sounds more like a shot that is missed or didn't hit something as solid. And at the end of Hawkeye, I got a feeling that she'll take out one of his eyes, not both of his eyes, in the possibility.
Yeah, I think they'll probably keep an eye, or at least do like a temporary thing where he just has two things over his eyes.
That's quite the rogue theory there, but yeah.
I don't know. Just listen to the sound effects. The sound effect, there's two different. The bullet.
Oh, yeah, I know. I believe you, but
there's two tones of sound. Yeah.
What I'm saying is not wrong. Still, it's quite the rogue theory.
Right. Yeah.
I have a crazy rogue theory that they're gonna introduce the idea that Daredevil had a relationship with Black Widow prior, and that's how he
really
got contacted with Peter in the new Spider-Man.
Okay.
Through S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, and that's how they,
Interesting. That's interesting. I mean,
we did have a brief romance with her in the comics that was often hated, and they moved to San Francisco, somewhere in California together.
West Coast Avengers.
Black Widow gets around for being a spy,
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, literally this Thursday.
That is a rogue theory.
Yeah. She-Hulk starts this Thursday. We're going to see this new development. So I assume Daredevil will not appear in the first episode.
Maybe Frogman.
Frogman, yeah. I mean, I feel like
he's going to be a big headlining character. I think he's going to be the new Tony Stark of this. I think they're going to change it to the FMCU, the Frogman Cinematic Universe.
It'd be like, it's going to be like when we watched Peacemaker and we had no idea that Vigilante was going to steal so much of the show.
Yeah.
I think Frogman's going to be that guy.
Yeah, he reminds me of Vigilante already. Just
even as a comedy series. I mean, again, it's supposed to be playing as more upbeat.
I can't wait for this adult comedy lens breaking fourth wall on the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good stuff.
It'll be
Did you see
interesting.
The clips that they released?
Oh yeah, they've dropped some cool ones.
Oh really? The only one I've seen is the one with what's his name?
Tatiana.
Yeah.
Tatiana.
Who?
Tatiana.
No, the one with. Oh no. The one with what's
Abomination?
his name? Abomination. Thank you. Yes. But you hear his voice, and it does not sound right for the character's look. Have you seen that, guys?
I don't know if I remember his voice.
Oh yeah, so there was a sequence. Yeah,
Abomination is talking.
Yeah.
There's a shot with Tim Roth where he's like talking.
Yeah, but it sounds like Tim Roth's voice, not like.
I love you, honey bunny.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see if I can find the. No, okay. Let me see if this is. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this is.
It'd be so cool to see like Nick Fury go to Neil Blonsky or whatever his name is, Emil Blonsky. It'd be like, you'd be cool, right? Like Fonzie.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. I haven't actually checked.
Elijah?
Yeah.
I haven't actually pre-looked at this.
I'm just gonna be this whole show. People telling Abomination, "Hey man, relax. Just chill out.
Chill out."
It's gonna be like, look, man, I'm chill. You're chill. We're both chill.
Everybody chill. Fonzie. We'll be like Fonzie.
Like Fonzie.
I think Wong is gonna be the mediator. He's gonna come in and be like, he's a good guy. He's just a little messed up.
Wong has been the connective tissue for everything so far.
Yeah, he really has.
Man.
They had a list of nominations for the Saturn Awards, and I believe that he was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor. Actually, I was going to bring that up a bit later because we can kind of go through all that.
For what?
The Saturn Awards. It's the Canadian awards.
Like Canadian Oscars?
Yeah, Canadian Oscars, but for sci-fi. Okay, 1 second. Let me just see if I can...
Wait, who won?
Oh, no, been nominated. Yeah, Wong's been...
Who was nominated?
Benedict Wong was nominated.
Benedict Wong?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me try to see if this scene actually plays... I don't want to play too much of it because I don't want to get into trouble from things, but I'm looking for... Okay, it looks like it might be this scene here. Okay, so that's his voice.
Yeah, that was Tim Roth. Just been like, calm down.
It's not like he's like Smart Hulk. He like kind of has a combination. He's just really looking out.
But it just seems weird to hear that voice over right without it being deeper or something. People are kind of a bit concerned.
Maybe wasn't maybe a missed effect or something. They didn't have.
It could be. They might be just throwing us out on the trailer so they can really hide the real deepness of the voice. I mean, Abomination did speak during the Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah, I think he spoke
yelled.
But it was deeper and gruffer, right? Yeah.
Well, it would make sense because the Hulk, we hear him at that size. He was. Yeah. It was like more.
But Hulk's still got a Hulk.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But now that he's like Smart Hulk, we got the Ruffalo voice. But it's not like did a Smart Hulk, you know? He spent like 16 months in the Gamma Lab.
Yeah.
Behind the...
Possibly. We'll see. I mean, we still
but
don't know.
But he still looks the same. Well, not exactly the same. Like size-wise.
Yeah.
It's not like...
No, his whole head and face is different now.
Yeah. But it is. They made him comic accurate. But like, as far as size-wise, he's the same size as he was at the end of the Hulk.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, I'll be curious to see it. I mean, again, it starts this Thursday. It's
the clip that I saw was him and Bruce Banner. Her and Bruce Banner were in the car just talking about Captain America.
Oh, really? See, I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Did you see really? Oh no, I haven't seen.
So
that.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. It's a week away.
After seeing that, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be exciting. Just like an adult take on the Marvel universe that we've all been talking about, but they just never really.
Yeah, I like how it's slightly more geared towards adults and not kids. They have jokes about She-Hulk having sex and dating and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Jokes about her ass, and it's a little. She-Hulk's always been a little more of an adult character that needed more of adult jokes.
It's gonna be like Diet Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah, she was kind of the original. Yeah, she was the original because Deadpool became so bombastic so quickly.
Yeah.
In terms of his personality, everyone else kind of seems like who breaks the fourth wall kind of seems like Diet Deadpool, but
But as far as live action, we got Deadpool first, so this will be
exactly.
It's like that.
Yeah,
She'll be breaking the fourth wall. She'll be like paying
I
attention
think the
to the little
difference is going to be, instead of jokes about murdering everyone, it's going to be jokes about her being, a giant 6-foot bombshell who's just everyone's gonna be in love with.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good stuff. All right, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be doing reaction videos on Thursday, so we'll be able to talk more about it next weekend, I guess.
Do you guys think she'll go on a date with Daredevil?
Daredevil or
Daredevil?
Matt Murdock?
Either one. I think she could be with both. Not long term.
She's too professional for that.
Well, Matt Murdock keeps his secret, correct? Matt Murdock keeps his secret identity, correct?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, I mean, it goes back and forth. He's revealed his identity a bunch.
Is it going to be like She-Hulk dating Daredevil?
Right.
But they don't know. She doesn't know it's Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to go head to head in court for an episode. And I think they're probably
that would be interesting. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
they're going to fight in the street.
She's a superhero lawyer who represents superheroes in court. And I don't know who Matt would be.
I have a feeling that they're gonna be fighting in the street and in the courtroom in the same episode.
Oh,
that
seems like that would be
I question how much Matt Murdock's going to be in this series, though, because I only question that because it's like
they're both lawyers.
No, they're both lawyers.
I think he'll be in 2 episodes.
You don't want him to overpower the She-Hulk character as being.
No, I don't think.
No, I'm not overpower, but like enough a character that runs.
I don't mean by strength. I mean overpowering being on screen.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think it's just traditional superhero guest star in a run. I think.
There's gonna be
in 2 episodes. He'll be kind of important to a story in New York. There'll be something going along with it.
Right.
It's going to be packed full of superheroes.
Yeah.
I think there'll be so much super characters in this show. I think people are going to hate how much there is.
Really?
I think people are going to be like, that can't be a character. And they look it up and they're like, oh, it's a character. Like, I'm hoping they get the characters like...
We have to find a way to explain why there's so much now than there was before.
Everybody's getting sued. Superheroes being sued. I'm sure there's going to be a thing.
No, but like this is still the MCU and it's still like grounded. But like why all of a sudden... There's a bunch of superheroes now when there used to be none.
I would guess that these the superheroes that she's going to be dealing with would be all the more the street level, like no power superheroes that are just kind of like.
You'd be a bunch of losers.
all the weird Fool Killer and all the weird like Marvel characters that
the one-off animated characters.
Yeah, the ones that are kind of like street level characters that are like starting up themselves because they're more copycat, like already in the Marvel universe that are like. Doing it because they saw somebody else do it, but they don't have any superpowers.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that and D-list villains like Stiltman. Like, I would love to see her fight Stiltman, a traditional New York supervillain who was an A-lister, now a D-lister.
Well, this is exactly what we got in Peacemaker. They've already they're talking about an established DC universe, and then they're mentioning name dropping all of these
established villains.
Yeah,
Peacemaker didn't have an established villain from the comics besides White. What's his name?
Dragon.
But what I mean in the sense that like he's like in the banter, he's just talking about he's dropping names of like all these superheroes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit like
that. This big universe of like ground level, street level superheroes. So I feel like we're gonna get a lot. It's gonna feel like that.
Well, I mean, we're already seeing from the trailer that Wong appears in the She-Hulk as well. So
I mean, we already know Wong's friends with Abomination, so he's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
When there's pushback from Hulk's going to say all this nasty stuff about Abomination, and Jen's going to take it to heart, and then Wong's going to come in and be like, "No, man, don't listen to Hulk. Abomination's a good guy."
But is he a good guy in the comics? He's not supposed to be, or is he neutral?
I mean,
I don't know.
It's interesting. So he's usually a pretty terrible person, but he's had bouts of doing good stuff.
All right.
He's had flirtations with good guyism.
If you've been if any character that's been in the Marvel universe long enough, being a villain probably at least gets one stint of being a good guy.
I think Sandman was a short time Avenger.
Yeah. Or Agent Venom.
That's the one thing.
Hawkeye was actually originally a villain, so was Black Widow. They were both villains initially. Yeah.
Right. See, I mean, that's the one thing about the MCU right now is that they don't mind putting that shade of grey into all their villains for the most part. Like there's very even Thanos had that shade of grey. That shade of grey.
A lot of their first villains were shades of grey.
Yeah.
Well, now they're ruling into the idea of the villains are right. They're just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
No, but
I don't love that all the time.
Okay.
I like that, and I think that it should be a conflict on whether to agree with the villain or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more villains who are just evil for evil's sake.
Well, it's appropriate for our, there's plenty of that. You can get that any Indiana Jones or anything about Nazis.
Yeah.
You got that, but it's like to run parallel with like the way things are going right now. I think that's why that tends to be a thing. Like, villains in movies are just pretty much a kind of a representation of our times.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel really tries to reflect society a lot of the ways. I think, the Thanos thing lost it for me. I didn't really see the point in what they're doing with Thanos. Besides that, I think, characters like Killmonger, he had a legitimate point that he was making, and he was definitely going about it the wrong way, but there was definitely a larger point that he was going about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think they did they do a good job of giving them some like I don't know, motivation is that seems appropriate for that character.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everyone saying Wanda's still a hero and all that crap going around. They're like, no, she's just damaged. She's okay. I'm like, well, she mind control the whole town. So
well, we've watched her trauma ever since the first movie she was in.
For sure.
Yeah.
And every movie that happens after that is just more trauma for Wanda. It's just Wanda trauma hour.
Yeah.
Like think about your movie that she's
been
in, and like think of every movie's got an event that's going to mess her up.
Yeah. I mean, she's not all right in the head, and I think they need to do something about it. Not like the writers and the characters need to help her figure her stuff out.
The first 15 minutes of the second movie she's in, she massacres a bunch of people accidentally.
Good point.
But then she kind of almost did it again in WandaVision. Like I feel like if no one stopped her, that would have turned into not just New Jersey. I think it could have turned into like all of the country if it.
That's why it was. That's why it was. It was right for her to think that he was coming after her because of that and madness, right? Just about New Jersey. I said I was sorry.
He knew about that. That means he knew about that, and he was like, "I don't care. Just help me with my stuff."
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, so what's America? Oh, you never told me her name. I'm the bad guy."
You guys want to check out? There's a lot of nominations on the Saturn Awards. Of course, the Saturn Awards deal with mostly.
I don't know what that is.
Really?
Yeah,
as I said,
I've never heard of that before.
I've only heard of it from
you've never heard of
the character jokes about having a bunch of Saturn Awards.
No, the Saturn Awards are completely the Canadian awards. Saturn. Yes, that's what I said. Saturn.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Saturn.
But it literally is awards for all the sci-fi based shows, which basically everything.
Moon Knight got nominated.
So here's what we got here. We got like
Batman's gonna win.
Superhero film.
Say it.
The Bat. Yeah, let's do some predictions. You don't think Spider-Man: No Way Home will win?
I think No Way Home. It's got a lot of nostalgia bait in it. I think.
Right.
While I didn't agree with a lot of stuff in Batman's plot, it's a lot better. It's like technically of a made film than Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Science fiction film, Crimes of the Future, Dune, Free Guy.
They gotta give it to Dune, right?
I think I'd give it to Dune as well. That's for sure.
If Jurassic Park wins, I will actually eat a shoe on camera.
You will literally eat a shoe on camera? Okay, everybody would record that.
I've never felt a more waste of time than the new Jurassic World movie.
Yeah?
It was almost incomprehensible at times.
Really?
Well,
the decisions they were making.
I didn't even bother.
The last Jurassic Park movie I saw was Jurassic Park.
Really?
The first Jurassic World had some fun elements in it.
The first Jurassic World really annoyed me because it just copied Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it copied it. I like seeing the future innovations of the ideas of the park. I thought that was exciting for me. Of like, the bubbles that they were in was cool, and a lot of the.
What I noticed about Jurassic World is that they included a lot of stuff that was in the first book, Jurassic Park. Like those bubbles.
Oh,
those bubbles, I think, was a reference to It's like a Jurassic Park movie. It's kind of cool to see that. You know,
the new movie's
like, they did it.
Yeah.
The new movie tries to be a whole love letter to the books, but really, it's about Biosyn being evil and releasing like hordes of locusts that destroy crops.
So we've got fantasy film next. Cruella, I thought came out like 3 years ago. I don't know why it's still on.
That's been out.
I don't know why Cruella is still on there. I love the film.
Because they didn't do the Saturn Awards for a while because of COVID. So
maybe that could be it. That could be it. Everything Everywhere All at Once would be the one I think will win on this.
I think Green Knight was an excellent movie, though.
Green Knight. I've never seen it.
It's so good.
Yeah? It's not available anywhere right now. You gotta rent it.
It's not available anywhere?
Well, it's available, but you gotta rent it. It's not streaming.
What's it about, Max, in a nutshell?
It is the story of... what's that? I can't remember the knight's name. It's a Arthurian knight story about a knight who's... The Green Knight shows up at the round table, and he challenges all the knights, saying, who will strike me? Anyone who dares will... I can't remember why, but it said, in a year I will return and deliver the same strike to you.
Right.
So this knight wanting to impress King Arthur or something shows up, and he slices the knight's head off, and he says, all right, man, you got 1 year. So then in that year, he basically sets off on a quest to, better himself and kill the Green Knight. It's confusing to explain, but I'm doing a bad job explaining it, but it's a great movie.
Right.
There's been many tapestries made of this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once will probably take that still. I think that's going to be the strongest film of the year.
Brent's like, I don't care, awards. Max.
Oh no! I care. I didn't. All
right, whatever, Max.
Heard of it. Horror film.
Anyway.
Horror film. We've got Quiet Place Part 2, The Black Phone, Last Night in Soho.
That was the first Edgar Wright movie to kind of disappoint me.
Oh yeah.
I was really excited to see that, and it wasn't as good as
I heard Black Phone is good.
Yeah, Black Phone I heard was My roommate said it was so good.
Hang on, who's in it? That's
Ethan
Hawke. That's it. Yeah.
You get that crazy mask. It looks cool.
Yeah. It looked good as a trailer. Scream.
The trailer looked awesome.
I didn't even realize they'd released the new Scream remake.
On Paramount Plus. It was a movie that had actors in it and an ending.
It was the original cast, right? Like Nev Campbell.
Yeah. It's the last time the original cast will be together because Nev Campbell is not returning for the next one.
Fair enough. I think he's. Yeah, that's it.
I think. I think they offered her something and she said no.
It's stupid. Yeah, it was not like you're like what? Yeah. After all those movies, they're still like offering her like a base salary. Weird.
Yeah. Action film. I think Top Gun's gonna get that.
Ooh, RRR. And you guys
what's
see that yet?
No, what is
I haven't watched that yet.
We talked about it.
Yeah, when I reported on it on here like a few weeks ago. But it's
You thought I was listening?
Hey, it's not about the Star Wars. We know you're not listening.
Why am I even here then? Nothing gets during Sundays. Nothing gets through to Brent. He doesn't know what any of us are talking about.
No, I just don't remember. Anyway, RRR is about what, Jason?
It was it's a Bollywood film. It's like
that's it. Yes,
action.
Yeah,
it's the same director who Lee Whitaker worked with.
That's it. Yes, yeah. That's it. I do remember you talking about that. Yes.
But man, it was one of the craziest action movies I've ever seen.
That's cool,
guys. If you ever want to get your minds blown, and don't mind reading subtitles, so Brent, you're probably not going to watch this.
The problem is I see the subtitles and I miss everything that's happening on the screen.
Oh, but the thing about like any good movie is that there's no need for subtitles during the action sequences.
Yeah.
You know, most of the subtitles is just like character building stuff. So you're not missing much if you're just reading.
Fair enough.
The subtitles, but man.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I saw out of those. I saw West Side Action Adventure. Nah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay,
I heard like Baby Driver guy got canceled though too, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Ansel Elgort. Yeah.
Top Gun was pretty well done though, and
you didn't see No Time to Die though. That movie was
No Time to Die.
James Bond.
Oh yeah, of course, yes, yeah. It was good, but I think Top Gun had some better action sequences. Top Gun was really pretty phenomenal. Thriller, we got Ambulance, Night Alley, The Northman, Old.
Northman's gonna win. The movie was
Outstanding
big.
I still haven't seen it. Yeah, I hear it's good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yep. I'm not as worried about actors in film and actresses. Yeah, there's some good actors and good performances. Although I have to admit, it's kind of fun to see Ki Hung Kwan nominated for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is really cool. And Benedict Wong is here on Multiverse of Madness as supporting actor. Which I think
that's
he
awesome.
Might just get
they really elevated the character to crazy heights. He was just kind of Doctor Strange's little, just his buddy. He's the guy that worked for him.
Yeah,
best employee.
Yeah. No, I think I don't know. It's hard to tell. This is gonna be a tight one. I think Benedict Wong will probably end up by getting it in that. Then we've got supporting actress, young actor in the film, direction. Okay, so let's look at film direction. Guillermo del Toro, Night Alley. I still haven't seen that yet.
Night Alley. I've not seen it. I heard very mixed things about it, but I love Guillermo del Toro, so I've kind of.
I saw that. I mean, that's on HBO Max.
Yeah, it is.
That came out a while ago. It came out towards the beginning of the year. I talked about that when it first came out.
Right.
The cast was a great cast. It looked like.
Yeah.
Joseph Kosinski for Top Gun. There's a good chance he might get it. Jordan Peele for Nope. I thought Jordan Peele's Nope was okay. I think he's done better work in his other films. But it was a decent film. It was not a bad film at all. RRR has got a nomination for film direction. Matt Reeves for The Batman. I mean, he could possibly get it as direction too. There was some good directorial choices in The Batman. Spielberg for West Side. No, I don't think it's going to happen. And John Watts for Spider-Man.
I don't think Spielberg will get it. Because I don't think he'll show up to the Saturn Awards.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. It's weird that
it's weird that West Side Story is on here. Is it?
Yeah, it is weird.
That's weird. I think it's just because it's a category that doesn't fit into.
I did watch it because I mean, you know, I do have a theater background, and I was curious to see more for production design wise because I've designed the set a few times on stage, and I thought he did a decent job with the film, but it wasn't mind blowing. It didn't completely emotionally pull me in as it should have.
Didn't he change the knife fight to guns? That's what I heard.
Yeah, there was guns.
That is baffling. That is like one of the most iconic knife fights after the Thriller knife fight. It's the West Side Story knife fight.
And what about the knife fight?
There's still a knife fight in it.
There's still enough. Yeah,
they still do the knife fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard it was changed to a complete gunfight.
There was some gun stuff going on in it, a lot more than was in the play, because I think there's only the idea is that there's one gunshot sequence.
One shot.
And that one shot is the key shot, but the rest of it's supposed to be about knives and fists.
I'll give it the fact that it was able to do West Side Story without using brown face.
And that's, I guess, an achievement in today's age.
Yeah.
And you know what? They didn't even they didn't have subtitles for when they're speaking Spanish. Yeah.
Right.
That's
it's very immersive in that sense.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good. I agree with you, Gambit.
Yeah. No, I did. I thought it was a good film.
Put on the Warriors.
Yeah. It's just I do find it weird in a sci-fi fantasy realm of
yeah, I just don't understand why it's
well, I guess it is fantasy because it really is there is a fantasy element towards theater, I guess, being on screen.
I guess that they're singing.
No, not because there's a musical. Because there is a fantasy element of just there is a fantasy element within the realm of the story. I always felt there was. Anyway,
because it's a fiction. It's just lacking the science part of it, you know.
Yeah, but even still, I
wouldn't call it fantasy either. I think it's just because it's Spielberg.
Yeah.
I think they'll nominate him.
Okay, this is
whatever they can get away with.
Film writing.
You got to have Spielberg at the Saturn Awards. It's illegal not to. Right, Brent? What do you think? You think it's because it's Spielberg?
No, he hasn't done a lot of sci-fi stuff for a long time. I mean,
so that's why they're like, well, he's here. He's been in every movie that.
For screenplay, this is interesting. This is more up Max's alley here. The Batman, The Black Phone, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I can't believe
Nightmare Alley.
Scream is nominated for Best Screenplay.
They had to fill the space, probably. Sorry.
But if you're going to nominate all these movies, why not put Cruella in there for Best Screenplay? That movie was genuinely amazing. Cruella
I agree.
Like really punching above its weight class.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really did enjoy that film. And then
Spider-Man also was not. It was a good, fun movie, but
it didn't have a
so
strong
much
script.
Nostalgia bait. I don't.
Right.
I found some major flaws with the story myself in terms of how Peter copes with things, and how he almost kills Norman Osborn. But that's just character stuff, not really screenplay stuff. But
I mean, I haven't seen Nightmare Alley and I haven't seen Black Phone, but I would have to say that Everything Everywhere All at Once had some pretty wild screenwriting moments. There was some really cool things that you, as a audience member, had to keep up with because there was so much going on, but it was so well forecasted in my opinion.
That movie better take home the cake, man.
Yeah, I think it will.
That's probably
take home the donut.
As far as compared to everything else that I've seen that's on there, that still reigns the best.
Oh, I do agree. Film score. This was interesting. This surprised me.
I could win that.
With
Batman, the score for Batman.
I bet you it's gonna get it. You know what's not on the film scores here, Jason? Dune.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, that completely surprised me that Dune's soundtrack was not on this score.
Yeah.
There you go. I
think Batman really has a chance winning Best Score.
I think it's going to get Best Score. It's memorable, but my God, it is very repetitively boring when you listen to it. I did pick up the soundtrack for the Batman, and
well, you know why Dune soundtrack's not on there? Because they cut the monk chants out of there, dude.
No. There's several versions of the soundtrack released. There is several versions of the soundtrack that are out there for the Dune one.
Yeah, but the one you got doesn't have the third. You got the weak one, man.
Either way, I got the weak one. Either way, I meant I bet you Batman will win that, just because there is a repetitiveness to it. Doctor Strange soundtrack was Danny Elfman.
Is that what wins awards, Brent?
Huh? What's
the repetitiveness?
No. I just say it'll be. What's that?
I think that score just kind of the Batman, like just that sticks with you. Like,
it sticks with you, yeah. I think there's a subconscious.
When people are throwing out like who they're gonna win, they're trying to remember all the scores. That's gonna be the one they instantly remember when they see the Batman score. They know what it is.
Did they write that based on that Nirvana song? It's the same note.
No, that was I read that was not originally supposed to be used as a score. He just kind of used it as those notes as a placeholder for when he was walking, as in dramatic tension, and then they ended up building the rest of it off of it.
Yeah,
it's cool. I like this. It was so Batman, and to be in a world that has so much Batman scores in it, for it to stand out, is a great feat.
I do agree. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still not my favorite as an easy listening. I still prefer Tim Burton's, Danny Elfman's 89 score because it flowed better. But
I think DC just they have great scores over the years. Like like newer films like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Well,
that first flight, track is amazing.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. But it is a good score, I have to admit. And Wonder Woman's score is also very good, even though that wasn't directly...
They're memorable, too. It was memorable scores. I can't think of any Marvel score besides their main theme and their Spider-Man one.
Yeah, yes. The
Marvel scores already an established theme beforehand.
Yeah, Marvel scores do not stick with me, unfortunately. Film editing. For me, there's a no-brainer for this. We've got Spider-Man, Top Gun, The Batman, Nightmare Alley, Everywhere.
I think Top Gun could
once. Top Gun will get best editing. They
had the biggest challenge ahead of them too.
The best fight sequences in the jet planes and the fighter planes. That was just so well edited together.
Man, Brent, you getting paid by Top Gun or something?
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just saying.
Tom Cruise.
Dolby Top Gun.
Top Gun Dolby did getting.
Well, no, but
best
everything.
Dolby theater.
Yeah, I would then put everything everywhere all at once as a close second because I thought there was some nice editing in that movie too.
Sweet, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, guys. Production design. This is our big one here for all of us. Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, The Batman, Cruella, Nightmare Alley, everything, everywhere all at once. Last Night in Soho and Dune.
I really like Batman.
Nightmare Alley, man, that was pretty good too. I know you guys haven't seen that, but that's pretty great.
Guillermo del Toro, so
I mean, that's like a circus. It's like a freak, circus freaks or whatever. Like
I would personally want to see everything, everywhere, all at once get it because they made such incredible use and reuse of the same locations. And I thought they used everything very well because we see the same location multiple times in multiple ways. And I thought it was very creative on a lower budget type film, but I've got a feeling Dune will probably get it for just this grand epicness of scale and size, personally.
Yeah, I'd want. I'd give it to Dune.
Yeah.
Just solid.
And then I don't know, Gambit. If you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, I would put that better as one of the best movies I've seen in the last 10, 15 years. Maverick was fun and definitely well action-packed and very enjoyable, but Everything Everywhere All at Once was so creative on a very low-end scale of creativity. Costume, Shang-Chi, Cruella.
Cruella had some cool costumes, but I think Dune's probably going to take it.
No, Cruella DeVille. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Cruella.
Oh, Cruella done.
I didn't see that one there.
Absolutely. They did the most incredible
I'm surprised he's nominated
costumes.
with all of these films right now, because that one came out a few years ago.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, it would surprise me.
It feels like that was years ago.
Yeah, again, it was. Yeah, you're right. Though they didn't have a Holden Award ceremony. I'm guessing last year, so it probably skipped the year. But Cruella had some incredible costume design throughout the whole movie. It was quite impressive.
Makeup. I think
Vivian Westwood for that because they're just stealing everything from Vivian Westwood in that movie.
Yeah,
but that's cool.
Yeah. Nightmare Alley, Batman, Dune.
I think Army of the Dead had pretty good makeup in it.
Yeah.
Some of the zombies in those movies are really cool looking.
Yeah. Suicide Squad might be something in there. Might get something for makeup.
I mean, yeah. But
it's hard to tell.
Actually, for a lot of that stuff with, it's kind of like special effects and makeup with Puppet That Man's face and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was some pretty cool effects on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. There's nothing that really stands out that would be above the other in that category. Visual effects for film: Doctor Strange, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Godzilla vs Kong, Jurassic World, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Top Gun: Maverick.
Dune's not on there.
What's that?
Dune's not on there.
Dune's not on there. That is surprising. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one. I mean, Ghostbusters has already done that format, so we've already seen it. Doctor Strange, I feel we've seen before. In all the
it's so hard. We're in a saturation of
same with Shang.
It is effects right now.
I would go with Top Gun Maverick because if there was special effects in there, I didn't feel like I didn't know what they were. Yeah.
Whatever the visual, like you need that stuff to disappear for like this visual effects. It's like
it's like the most realistic.
Don't know what it is.
There's not a monster nor.
That's it. Yeah.
That'd be naturalistic. Yeah.
There's no monster in that movie, but every other one of those movies has a monster in it.
And the plane sequences, all the fight sequences, even though there's a lot of real stuff, they obviously would have to have made up stuff for visual effects for that. But it was not noticeable. Unbelievably not noticeable.
If you like Top Gun so much, you should go ahead and just watch Oblivion already, man.
Yeah, one day. I've got it there on Blu-ray. I'll sit there when I'm in the mood for it. Independent film. I don't think I've seen or know any of these films here. Although they're supposed to be sci-fi or something like that. Dream Horse sounds interesting. Alice, Duel, Gold, Mass, and Watcher. International film, same thing. Downton Abbey, really? Downton Abbey got into the sci-fi awards? Weird, interesting.
Yeah, it's actually a time travel movie. They just mentioned it off camera.
Okay, fair enough. Animated film. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, Addams Family 2. I didn't get to see the animated sequel. I actually enjoyed the first one. I thought it was very creative. Encanto seems like it might be the winner. I'm going to assume. Jason, you said you really enjoyed Encanto.
Who didn't?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
still.
it's a good movie.
Yeah. Lightyear, I heard mixed reactions. Luca, I haven't seen.
I finally
sell the shell.
I finally watched Lightyear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, how's it?
I liked it.
Okay.
I mean, any kid would like it too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool robots in space.
Yeah. Sorry, Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
That's cool. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but I want to see that. That's like
I want to see it so bad. It looks so.
What type of animation
old YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
With Jenny Slate doing the voice of this like stop motion shell.
It's stop motion. Okay, all right.
And I guess they did a whole movie.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A24, good on you.
Yeah.
Still surprising me.
Yeah.
A24 has just been top notch. Still doing stuff that's like they did that. That's insane. Where it's like
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
I know they've done horror. They've done like action movies.
Doing everything cool. Any good idea they're taking.
It seems like it's the next big rising major studio at this point.
I think the next 10 years they're going to lose the independent tag and just be another big movie.
We've been talking about them for like the last few weeks, right?
No, totally, yeah, for sure, yeah. Minions, Rise of Gru, it's the same as the other films. I mean, it was fun, but okay. So we jump into television shows. Oh, here we go: The Flash, The Man Who Fell to Earth, Supergirl, Superman and Lois, Resident Alien, and Westworld. It's probably going to go to
Waterworld for a second.
It'll probably go to Westworld, but I have to admit that Lois and Superman had some pretty gnarly visual effects this season.
That's for this year, for next.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stuff missing. Like I think Paper Girls should be on there. There's other shows. I mean, I know Sandman just got released, but some of these.
Yeah.
Oh, this is network cable.
Yeah, this is network cable. Yeah, I didn't realize that Westworld was. Oh, Westworld's on HBO though, which is weird that they've got HBO. It's network.
It's
cable.
network.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, cable
networks or cable, no streaming.
It's interesting that
box office.
It is interesting that cable. Yeah, cable is definitely kind of not getting, usually it's Stars and HBO and all that are getting all these big awards, and it's not really much in there right now.
New media.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say Westworld will probably get it, but the reality is I would personally give it to
It
Superman
seems like some stuff's left off this list. I'm wondering from what time to what time are they putting, because this year's not over. There's still stuff getting released. So
no, it would be last year. I don't think Paper Girls or anything. Yeah, because there's nothing that is the most current of drops. That we're at. There's probably a date of up to February or something.
Okay.
Guessing. That's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Fantasy television series: Stargirl, Doctor Who, Ghosts, La Brea, Riverdale.
I think Ghosts already got canceled.
Oh really? Wow.
I'm maybe thinking of a different show though.
Yeah.
Well, there's a British version of it, so.
Right. Yeah,
I watched both of them.
Yeah, I know Doctor Who had been losing steam in the last year or two, so it visually hasn't been that acceptable. It hasn't been that great. Stargirl.
They changed it to a woman.
Yeah, Stargirl actually has had some decent visual effects. That's the other show I watched. I've never really watched Riverdale. Horror television.
Archie.
I still never seen American Horror Story. I keep hearing it's very good. Chucky, Walking Dead.
Chucky was fun.
Yeah, I started to watch and I was like, nah. I was fine with the first two films and that was it for me.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't unenjoyable. I'll say that.
Right.
It was a good enough show.
Fair enough. The worst. Oh, CW. I don't know. I mean, there was some creative elements there. Come on, like the first season of Flash. The
WB was awesome, and then when they turned to the CW, they completely shifted.
Yeah, but I mean, the Flash still had the strongest first season of all the shows, and to me, Superman and Lois has been the best since they've rebooted the whole whatever. And season 2 was still just as strong, I thought. But I have to agree. There are elements in the CW that definitely have sucked over the years.
Well, they lean into the soap opera aspect.
That's it. Yeah.
It always looked like that to me.
Right.
It always just looked like soap opera superhero shows. And so I've just never been
It is, but when they took... sorry.
At its core, it literally is soap opera superhero.
Yeah, but
all the soap aspects of the superhero stuff and put it at the forefront. Yeah. And then I think what's heightened it more is the extended episode lengths of the season, where they'll have like 26 episode seasons.
Yeah.
So they'll just use anything to pad out a story and use any relationship to just be thrall for problems. There's endless.
But when they did,
it's a sitcom formula, so you're gonna have these side stories happening constantly all the time.
But when they started doing the crossovers, that's when that stuff was on the sidelines, and they brought the story up for those characters much stronger. And I think to sit through a whole pile of crap to watch a couple of really strong episodes, I know is a lot to sit through. But when those strong episodes came in and they did do those crossover episodes, they were freaking awesome. Like, even
some of them were. Earth X was alright.
Earth X was the weakest in my opinion.
Yeah, Crisis I thought was the weakest.
Seriously, I love Crisis.
I thought they lost the point of what Crisis was about.
Yeah.
No, what do you think, Elijah?
I don't know. I've never watched any of those. I've never CW. Don't watch any of that. Never.
I don't think.
Yeah, just never been interested.
DC CW show, and I heard they're talking about Craig Berlanti or whatever taking over part of the maybe taking over DC.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The TV stuff has never held up to me. Like, none of it has seemed even interesting for me to even go out of my way to watch. And I think it's just that CW I guess
there's like a stigma with it.
Campiness or like a I don't know, like a, I don't want to call it campy, but like
it's melodramatic on purpose.
Wholesome-y, like, I don't know.
It's very glossy superhero.
It's Cable. That's what it feels like.
Gritty.
It feels like Cable, and it looks like Cable.
But here's the thing:
Firefly did, even though that was like 10.
But here's the thing, guys. When you compare the visual effects that are in, say, an episode of The Flash, where you notice that it's all CGI movement and all this sort of stuff, and they slow motion.
It's the same as.
But it looked the same in Wonder Woman, in the first Wonder Woman film, towards the end of the film, and that was where it was like, what is
that's
Warner
when
Brothers
I stopped
doing?
Watching that movie. It's the same, Brent. It's like the same as when I see a comic that's the illustration's bad.
If this
like
for me,
I can't get with it, man. Like,
here's the thing for me. If the story is compelling enough and they've got low grade visual effects, for me, I can be compelled to be pulled into the story. And I taken the perfect example of a series as Babylon 5, where it was early 90s, but the characters and the story was so compelling, even due to low budget early TV related.
You don't have to
effects.
Look very far to find compelling stories with characters in any medium.
Right. But I don't I don't get taken out of visual effects are bad in a compelling story.
I don't mind the visual. I watched the first two. I watched like a bunch of seasons of The Flash and Arrow, and it was just too much for me, man. I
agree. Season 1 was the only good season of The Flash.
Well, I think at a point they lose the fun of the characters.
For the series to continue.
Oh, that's fair enough. No, I get that. I completely agree. I
think the problem with me with the Flash was they lost all the fun of the Flash after season 1. They ran through the Rogues Gallery, which is cool, and they kind of kept them around. But then immediately once Legends showed up, got rid of almost this entire Rogues Gallery. So then they were just scrambling for each season. They're like, we need the next biggest threat. All right, put in Kadabra. All right, put in. What else did they use? Another Reverse Flash, another Zoom, Savitar. They just used every speedster.
I'll give CW this. The coolest thing to come out of the CW series were the promo bits of them fighting in the dome.
That was season.
That's the coolest thing to come out of the CW.
Yeah, that was season 2 of Arrow and season 1 of the Flash.
Right, that's about it.
That was great.
Looking back, I think of that. I was like, that was cool. But I could feel that's cool.
Yeah. They spent so much money on building that dome apparently that they never decided to do that again. It
was peak. It was peak of what they would do because Arrow was doing good, Flash did good. They crossed over, and now they're like, wow, this is a gold mine. Let's invest.
Their crossover was completely ridiculous. Their first crossover was whoa, Captain Boomerang's loose. What do we do?
I still thought
that
it
was
the
entire first crossover.
Yeah, but
Captain
it was still
Boomerang. They couldn't find a better
fun.
villain than Boomerang.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, let's get back to these Saturn Awards here. Action Series Network Cable.
We care so much about this.
Better Call Saul, Outlander.
At this point, we gotta watch the Saturn Award. We spent a half hour covering them.
No, it's just reminding me of all the shows that have been out this last year, that stuff that we've enjoyed or not watched.
I saw a plane on the beach that had like a Yellow Jackets viral thing going, but I never watched it, so I didn't get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I still haven't seen Better Call Saul. I really want to see.
I just started watching it this week. I'm on the last season now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Whoa!
Yeah, you're a fast watcher.
I watched 5 seasons in 5 days.
Really? Hang on, how long are each season again?
A season a day.
10 episodes?
10 hours.
10 hours, 10 episodes. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to catch the series.
Oh, no, I would not recommend it right now. It's rough. Season 6 is not available anywhere except AMC Plus, which only has the last 4 episodes.
Oh, weird.
So I had to go through all these hoops. I called my dad, and I was like, hey, Dad, how have you been watching it? And he goes, I had to buy it on Apple TV.
Oh, wow.
So I had to sign up on his Apple TV to watch the new season.
Fair enough.
Dude, you should check out Severance after.
Oh, I watched it. Severance is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I do need to see it.
I'm surprised it's not on here, too. Dang.
Yeah, that show should win every award. Maybe not makeup, but you know.
I think there's some
Apple TV. It's
I think there were some actors from Severance.
Oh yeah, it's streaming.
Yeah, it's
I can't remember. Anyway, jumping down. What else was there that's out there? Young actors. Nah.
Guest starring performance.
No, not interested in that. Michael Biehn was in The Walking Dead. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Here we go. Animated series. Arcane.
Hands down.
Arcane is up there.
Arcane
wait. Blade Runner. When was Blade Runner an animated?
It's an Adult Swim thing that I think it's on Netflix or Hulu right now.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
I passed it by. It looked alright.
Yeah. The Boy. Oh wait, is this an animated piece of The Boys as well?
Yeah.
It's an Amazon thing.
Really? Ooh.
Amazon animated.
Okay.
There's one episode that's canon.
We've got Invincible, Lower Decks, and The Bad Batch, and What If.
I'd give it to Invincible. Invincible is
I think Invincible will probably get it. As much as I personally want Bad Batch to win it, but
I gotta go with Arcane. That's just a good movie. It's a good show.
Arcane is definitely good. Actually, Arcane.
I would think. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I know the animation on that's amazing. So I would think that Arcane would get it.
Yeah, I think Arcane would win it. Invincible had a different circumstances of shock value, but Arcane was more made me think more than anything. I think
it's probably the most innovative out of all of the as far as animation style.
Completely. I agree. Yeah, I do agree.
So just for that merit alone, it should win.
Yeah, I agree there.
I think Mandalorian's gonna win just because of
sci-fi series streaming. Yeah, well,
obligatory Star Wars win.
Here's the thing. Like, if they're saying The Mandalorian, they're saying season 2, or they're referring to Book of Boba Fett because it's only saying The Mandalorian.
I think it's Mandalorian season 2. I think Book of Boba Fett isn't getting nominated for anything.
No, I don't think so. Although I have to admit, out of all the shows, and I haven't seen The Expanse, I hear it's very good. But
I tried
Mankind is very good too.
I was alright.
Yeah. All Mankind is.
That's like Lee Pace, right?
The Expanse.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Foundation.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
get all mixed up with these great.
That's why I can't watch all these sci-fi shows right now. Because they all feel like, even though they look a little different, they all have so much of a similar feel to it.
They're all based on like the source material is like worthy of you just watching these because like, we got
personally,
Philip K. Dick, right?
Yeah.
Or what? Asimov.
Yeah, I personally did enjoy Strange New World, so I thought that was actually a pretty strong, solid series.
Yeah, you
did see it, Max, in the end?
Weeks, Brent.
You watched it, Max?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I'm like halfway through it.
Okay,
I got caught up with so much other shows.
Fair enough.
You'll really like Paper Girls, Brent, if you ever watch Paper. If you get around to watching it.
Yeah, I don't have the.
He's not gonna watch.
No, I will. I just.
You don't have
Amazon?
I don't have Amazon, no.
Everybody should have Amazon. Not everybody, but whatever. It's just like, if you buy anything from Amazon, you might as well have Amazon Prime.
Right.
Yeah, Amazon does make things easier.
You know what? Stay that way, Brent. Don't buy from Amazon.
Don't buy from Amazon. I get some things from Amazon, not a lot.
Yeah, but you don't need Prime. You stay innocent.
I think if you spend more than like $10 a month on Amazon, it's pretty much worth it to have Prime.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Does it come free though if you spend $10 a month? I mean,
no,
but you're getting the video. You're getting
I pay a yearly fee.
Right.
It's good because you get so much with it. You get Amazon Books, just free books on it. You get
books. You'll get the free audio sometimes.
My Audible points is racked up, dude. I
got Gambit seems to think that they're spitting on Tolkien's grave. Well,
I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're more leeching off of his dead bank account.
I'd say leeching
off. Exactly what they're doing. Yeah. It's a IP that will make money, and they want to make money.
I have to admit,
they're not insulting Tolkien. They're just trying to make money. They're trying to compete with HBO right now and do Game of Thrones.
Just quickly, guys, just visually looking at this series, it visually looks stunning. I mean, look at some of these shots.
It looks amazing. Visually, it looks awesome.
But at the same time, I don't know what the story's going to be about. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, one more info on the story. I feel like they should have given a bunch of character-driven background videos about like who the characters are going to be. And what they're trying to
that's the best they could. That's the best you could hope from a series, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Streaming series, we've got Loki, Russian Doll. I haven't seen Schmidt.
Russian Doll I did not love either season. I tried, but I watched both of them.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
The concept is really great, but
right. Then they got WandaVision, Wheel of Time, which I've heard a lot about, and then The Witcher. I personally couldn't get into The Witcher. It was too slow.
They tell the first season in the worst way. It's the least consumer way to tell a season is to just don't tell people what year the story is taking place and then jump thousands of years and not tell the audience that you did a massive time skip.
Oh, okay.
Like so many people I know couldn't follow The Witcher season 1 because they didn't tell you what was happening.
Yeah.
They didn't tell you there was massive time jumps.
And
stories took place years apart from each other.
I think I started to get the time jumps eventually, but I didn't find it memorable. There's nothing memorable about that series.
Yeah, I got lost for sure.
Yeah.
In that, like I did not follow.
Yeah, they made it super confusing for no reason. It sucks because they were literally just like short stories, like told in prose about this guy who just did all this cool stuff and he had all these cool
That's
powers.
what I enjoyed about it. Like every episode was like another adventure.
Yeah.
With
that was the problem is that
with Geralt.
It felt too standalone when the stories weren't standalone. It was actually like a big giant plot that was interwoven that didn't feel interwoven whatsoever.
See, I have no idea. I have no clue of the source material, so I'm going in blind.
Yeah, same thing.
And it felt fun in that sense.
I love Geralt. Geralt's great.
Yeah.
I
like that it's fantasy. I like that it's rated R fantasy. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
We don't get much of that, that we don't get.
Not anymore.
It's like Conan the Barbarian level of like nudity and like gore. And
they're taking it back to that kind of aspect of the old school fantasy of hold nothing back. Of this is gritty fantasy. It's not the washed over clean fantasy.
Game of Thrones kind of opened that door for fantasy.
I know, but with more monsters and more like
there's a lot more monsters, a lot more witches and magic, a lot more stuff happening.
Yeah.
Which I mean, the Witch is a very busy universe, which is what makes it work. Because every time Geralt leaves his house, he's gonna fall into something, and it's gonna try and kill him.
Yeah.
And drop some F-bombs while doing it.
Yeah.
And he talks to his
He's gonna
horse.
look around and just go,
Yeah. I think he does a great job portraying that character though.
Oh my god, Henry Cavill, like he loved the games and the books beforehand.
Yeah.
It's funny. He injected so much of the game character into the books. He knew they're going off of the books and not the games, but he was like, there's certain things in the games they did better with his personality and making him a little more defined. So he moved into a little more of those aspects.
Yeah.
Which really gave a great common ground for people who are fans of games and the books.
Yeah. As for streaming horror series,
wait, what do we think is gonna take home the last category? I think. I like Loki.
I think Loki possibly would take it.
I think Loki's just because of fan support. It was a very big show, very talked about.
Yeah,
WandaVision and that
everyone enjoys those characters.
WandaVision was good, but I think it lost steam in the payout, where Loki gained so much steam in the payout.
Yeah, I do agree,
Yeah, WandaVision's good until they're flying and zapping each other with magic.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally like that. But I personally enjoyed I personally enjoyed it. I thought it was
great. Such a letdown having those two.
When I first saw it,
I was fine with that. I enjoyed that.
When I saw it, I liked it, and then when I saw it again, I realized I forced myself to like it.
Really,
it's such a low budget, low effort fight.
Yeah,
it's just not climactic.
Whenever they're like flying
vision stuff's kind of cool, but
stuff, I think doesn't.
It was just shoddy wire work combined with not shoddy wire work. I guess just
noticeable wire work.
All at once together.
Yeah. It is Scarlet Witch, and that's what she does.
Yeah, yeah.
She flies there and zaps.
Yeah,
right.
Zap.
It's kind of hard to show that.
Just have their hands.
A little cheaply.
Yeah.
I just feel bad with how they have to record it. Where they don't know what it's going to look like, and they're just on wires. Like, man, we're getting it. We're doing an awesome job.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't bother me.
They'll be fine.
Either way. Horror thriller series.
That's why you need those scenes of Wong telling people to fortify their minds, so you really get into the action of the scene.
Oh, look, there's Severance.
Fortify your minds.
Severance.
Those kinds of shots break up all that action of just people doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Severance was put into this category, horror thriller series.
I think it should
Squid
win.
Game.
Severance was one of the best shows of the year. I think it was better than Stranger Things.
I think it'll go to Squid Game. So. I think it'll go to Squid Game.
Games is huge. Yeah, it was huge.
Watched Severance.
No, I haven't seen it, but I'm just saying
it's worth a watch.
That in general, I think because of the hype around Squid Games, I think it'll get it.
Yeah, Squid Game was quite the phenomenon.
Yeah, yeah. I think
for action, I'll go Cobra Kai. I think Cobra Kai needs to win every award. I think they need to make new awards for Cobra Kai.
I do need to go in and watch Cobra Kai, but
it's so good. It's so much fun. Yeah. It is my favorite show.
I know, but I got Peacemaker's on.
I think Peacemaker will probably get them.
I would go Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet against Daniel LaRusso.
Interesting. Okay.
All Valley champion.
All he's got is a crane kick. That's all he's got going.
It's interesting though. Like Cobra Kai, I think is the shortest, like per episode, shortest. Because only half-hour episodes, right? I think all these other shows are at least an hour long.
I think Reacher had hour-long episodes actually.
Huh? Which one?
Reacher, I think, had hour-long episodes, so I think.
But that's what I mean. It's but Cobra Kai, I think, is the only one that's out of this list that's at like half-hour episodes that I'm aware of. I don't know what.
It's kind of a half-hour comedy more than an action show. But...
Yeah, it's weird that they put a half-hour show in with a 1 hour show. I guess.
I think there's no real category for it because there's scenes where they're doing karate and they're fighting for real and they're not just training or not in competition.
That's the one thing.
There's also scenes where it's a sports show and it's competition. There's also scenes where high school drama and they're fighting and kicking each other off of railings.
Well, here's the thing though. That's the thing about the Saturn Awards. They keep on adding new categories every year. You can see how long this list is.
It's a very long list.
Yeah, it really is.
Streaming,
So we've got a limited series of
streaming and non-streaming.
Wait. Here's Book of Boba Fett. Limited series event. Was Book of Boba Fett's a limited series event? Was this a one-off? Hawkeye?
Same with Moon Knight and Ms. Marvel.
Wait, Ms. Marvel? I always thought that was planned to be at least more than one season. Interesting.
I think they're doing this for the awards where they know they have a better shot of if they put it as a limited event.
Yeah.
And they can say, we ended up doing a season 2.
I would personally give it to Ms. Marvel because I thought it was the strongest of stories, of character at least, not story, but character. But I don't know. I mean, this is a tough one. What do you guys think would win in this category?
Oh, man, Brent.
Huh?
You just go with Obi-Wan because it's Star Wars.
I would like to go with Obi-Wan, but I
don't think it's going to win. I think it's going to be Ms. Marvel. I think Ms. Marvel.
You're just trying to compensate for being such a Ms. Marvel hater.
No. What?
But just go with
Ms. Marvel was generally the strong out of all these shows right here in front of me. Ms. Marvel had the best through story that had the best structure and also
did the most visually too. Like in terms of
I don't know about
visual and story structure.
I don't know about that. Book of Boba Fett was pretty visual.
I
mean, it had some lackluster effects towards the end.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, I think Book of Boba Fett, it's going to be hard for it to win the best limited series event. When it was,
I agree. It wasn't the strongest.
It wasn't the strongest.
Yeah.
I think Hawkeye, it was very run-of-the-mill. It didn't feel like anything super special. It didn't feel like an event.
Yeah.
I think out of all these shows, Obi-Wan did feel like the most of an event, but I don't know.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised
to go to midnight mass.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say that. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Moon Knight got this. I wouldn't be surprised.
Moon Knight's not winning. No, Moon Knight is.
You don't think so?
For sure, not winning any awards.
This is a tough one, guys.
Yeah.
There's so
they gave us like such low choices in this category.
Yeah. I mean, Miss Marvel it'd be nice to see Miss Marvel win, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, maybe it will be Obi-Wan. Maybe it will be Obi-Wan. We'll see. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. I'm looking over about actors in streaming series.
Wow, this thing continues and continues.
Yeah. But like, but
we're like only about halfway through all these awards.
That's so crazy. It's like it's too much.
We got performance of the young. Oh, look, the little girl from Obi-Wan. I'd give her.
Best stand-in in a series.
Best extra wearing a hat.
We got guest performance. Hayden Christensen is in Obi-Wan. There's quite a few awards. I think there's like 5 awards for Obi-Wan.
Best CG monkey in a short animated series.
Classic.
But now
film
they're doing
release.
like direct home releases. It's not even like
best car.
Like jeez.
Wait, we're still going. Best television series release.
Film collection.
Film collection release, this is. I told you they keep
How do you
adding
even
categories.
vote for these? You have to watch everything in the collection. You're like, I guess I've always loved these movies.
Special release.
Special 4K release. Here we go. Yeah, okay.
That's
it,
right?
That's the end. That's the end. Wow.
Man.
So. Yeah,
I just took an hour to get through that list.
But the thing is that, like, the Saturn Awards are pretty big in the reference of, at least it kind of makes light on everything that has been out over the last year, although this feels like it's been over the last 2 years, as we said. In what we enjoy in our genre of sci-fi, it is the Canadian Awards. I mean, I know that James Gunn won one for what was his horror film? No, for his horror film, Slither.
Slither. Good movie.
I think he got it for best director and stuff like that. So I've actually seen one of those up close and personal.
Slither pretty much establishes everyone who's going to be in all of James Gunn's movies.
Yeah. All of my friends in the first movie, and I'm putting everybody in all of them.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've been going for like an hour.
Some of those work with all those people beforehand too, and with his trauma stuff.
Yeah. Trauma movies.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes here, so I think we might wrap it up. In the event of there wasn't anything huge to go off of, we ended up by really talking for quite a while that last hour. It was like, okay.
The Saturn Awards.
That list.
But it was a good recap. It was a really good recap of what we've been given over the last year.
3 years?
That's it.
Like an old list.
Like what actually come out this year?
Yeah,
forgot.
That seems like an old list.
This year.
It was like,
that's why I wanted to pull it up and bring it up and talk about it, because it's like, what really is worthy of each of these productions. Anyway, guys, everyone in chat, thank you for joining in. Glad you were with us today. And guys, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this reaction, this video, I keep saying reaction, not reaction. Please like and subscribe. We will be bringing a reaction video for She-Hulk later this week. And then after that, all these other shows just start dropping one after the other, and we're going to probably pick and choose what we react to, but we'll definitely give an opinion on some of the shows that are coming up as well. I meant, I'm sure we'll be very opinionated for sure. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much, and we shall catch you later. See ya.